Something strange is happening in the Emmerdale village, and viewers think they may have uncovered one of the biggest secrets surrounding newcomer DS Thea Ramsden. The detective arrived with a clear purpose, but recent episodes have left fans wondering whether her interest in the Dales goes far beyond the investigation into Dr. Caitlin Todd's death. Ramsden has already made an impression as a determined and uncompromising detective. She has been closely examining the evidence surrounding Caitlin's death and has placed particular pressure on Charity Dingle. But while Ramsden appears to be focused on solving the case, viewers have noticed several details that suggest there could be another story developing underneath the surface. And now, fans believe they have worked out who she really is. The theory is huge because it could connect Ramsden directly to the Tate family and explain why she appears to have such a strong interest in Kim Tate and Home Farm. So, is DS Ramsden secretly connected to one of Emmerdale's most famous families? Or have viewers simply fallen into another classic soap mystery? Let's take a closer look. DS Thea Ramsden is one of the newest faces to arrive in the village, and her entrance has immediately placed her at the center of a major storyline. Played by Chelsea Edge, Ramsden is investigating the death of Dr. Caitlin Todd. The character has quickly established herself as someone who is not easily convinced by the explanations she is given. That has made her a major problem for Charity. Ramsden has been examining Charity's account of events and questioning inconsistencies surrounding Caitlin's death. She has also taken a close interest in Sarah Sugden, adding another layer of mystery to the investigation. Chelsea Edge joined the soap as the detective investigating Caitlin's death, according to recent coverage of her arrival. But viewers soon noticed something unusual. Ramsden does not appear to be interested only in the murder investigation. Her behavior around Home Farm has raised eyebrows. In recent episodes, she has been seen looking through belongings at the Tate estate, which immediately caused fans to start asking questions about her true motives. One recent fan discussion specifically highlighted Ramsden entering Home Farm and searching through drawers, with viewers questioning why a detective would be looking for information there. That moment may have been brief, but in Soapland, small details can mean everything, and viewers have started putting the pieces together. One of the biggest theories is that Ramsden could have a personal connection to the Tate family. Some fans have suggested she may actually be a previously unseen member of the Tate family, with theories ranging from a hidden relative to a character connected to Kim's past. Others have suggested links to the younger generation of the Tate family. The speculation has become so intense because Ramsden seems determined to uncover something connected to Kim. There is clearly more going on than a straightforward police investigation. The question is what? One theory currently circulating among fans suggests that Ramsden could be connected to Sadie King. That name is particularly significant for long-term Emmerdale viewers. Sadie was once deeply connected to the King family and was involved in major storylines during the early 2000s. Her name returning to conversations around Home Farm has therefore immediately raised the possibility of another major legacy twist. Recent fan discussions have specifically linked Ramsden's behavior to Sadie and questioned whether the two could somehow be working together. There is an obvious reason this theory has caught attention. Sadie knew the world of the Tates and Kings extremely well. If she were somehow involved in a plot against Kim, it would provide a potential explanation for Ramsden's apparent interest in the family. But there is another possibility. What if Ramsden herself has a connection to Kim? That theory would make her investigation much more personal. Instead of being a detective who simply happens to be assigned to a complicated case, Ramsden could have another reason for wanting to expose Kim. And viewers have certainly noticed that her attitude toward the Tate family feels different from her treatment of everyone else. Of course, none of this has been officially confirmed. At this stage, these are fan theories based on what has happened on screen. But that has never stopped Emmerdale viewers from trying to solve a mystery before the characters themselves. In fact, fan theories about secret identities are nothing new for the soap. Whenever a mysterious newcomer arrives, viewers immediately begin asking who they really are and what they want. Emmerdale has used this storytelling technique many times before. Caleb Milligan is a perfect example. When Caleb first arrived in the village, viewers immediately suspected that he was hiding something. Fans came up with theories ranging from him being an undercover police officer to having unexpected family connections. Eventually, Caleb's complicated history became one of the show's major storylines. That history is worth remembering because it demonstrates why viewers are taking Ramsden's behavior so seriously. If Emmerdale is deliberately dropping clues, they may not be random. The question is which clues matter. Ramsden's connection with Serena Sugden is another major piece of the puzzle. The two appear to know each other well, and recent scenes have suggested that their relationship goes beyond a casual acquaintance. This has caused fans to question whether Serena might know more about Ramsden's real intentions than she is letting on. Recent fan discussions described Serena and Thea as close friends and suggested that Serena could eventually be forced to choose between her family and her friendship with Ramsden. That could become extremely important. Serena is already connected to the Sugden family. If Ramsden has a secret agenda involving Kim, Serena could potentially find herself caught in the middle. And if Ramsden is genuinely using Serena to gain access to information, the consequences could be enormous. Imagine the moment Serena discovers that her friend has been hiding the real reason she came to the village. Would she confront her? Would she protect her? Or would she warn the Sugden family? That could create a major conflict. There is also the question of whether Ramsden knows something about Kim's past that nobody else knows. Kim Tate has spent decades collecting enemies. She has survived betrayals, revenge plots, and family scandals. But one of the most dangerous things for Kim is an enemy who knows exactly where to look. If Ramsden is investigating Home Farm for reasons beyond Caitlyn's death, she could eventually uncover information that Kim desperately wants to keep hidden. That would explain why the theory about Ramsden's identity has become so interesting. The bigger question isn't simply, who is she? It's, what does she want from Kim? That is potentially much more important. Some viewers have even questioned whether Ramsden could be a new Tate altogether. One fan discussion speculated about the possibility that Thea could be connected to Kim as a daughter, although other viewers have pointed out problems with some of the suggested family timelines. This is where the theory becomes complicated. Soap operas are famous for rewriting family histories when it suits a major storyline. Characters can discover secret siblings, hidden children, and forgotten relationships decades after the original events. So while the idea may seem unlikely, it cannot be completely dismissed purely because viewers have never heard of the character before. However, there is an important reason to remain cautious. Not every mysterious character turns out to have a secret identity. Sometimes a detective really is just a detective, and sometimes a suspicious-looking clue is simply there to create tension. That is why it is important to separate confirmed developments from fan speculation. What we do know is that Ramsden is investigating Caitlyn's death and has become increasingly suspicious of the people involved. What fans are theorizing is that she has another agenda. Those are two very different things. But there is another clue that makes the theory interesting. Ramsden appears to be unusually determined. She has continued to push for answers even when characters have tried to distract her. Her approach has made her one of the more intimidating police investigators Emmerdale has introduced in recent years. Fans have already described her as cold, determined, and relentless, with some viewers suggesting she knows more than she is revealing. That determination could simply be good police work, or it could be something more. If Ramsden really does have a personal reason for targeting Kim, the eventual reveal could completely change the way viewers interpret her earlier scenes. Suddenly, every question she asked could have a second meaning. Every visit to Home Farm could become significant. Every conversation with Serena could become a clue. And every time Kim dismisses Ramsden, viewers could realize that she has been